I want to make a quick video. Sorry for the noise. I got the heat going. I bought this this tractor off of a friend of mine for 50 bucks, I think last year. And I wanted it for my other buddy's kid who was, I think, 6 at the time. He had a standard transmission mower, kind of like mine over there, but it was in between your legs. And he didn't understand the whole clutch thing, and it wasn't good. And I thought this, with the hydro being right here next to him, would be a lot better, and I was right. He beat the snot out of this thing all summer long, put chains on it. These chains are actually off of a 1-ton dump. They were shortened, but they were the right width. They're the nice V-bar chains there. And this thing is impressive. It'll go just about anywhere. I've rock bounced it up some pretty nasty stuff before that I walked right up with mine. Of course, mine's got a locked rear end, but I rock bounced this thing without the chains. So just those crappy lawn tractor tires. So 'tis the season. It's around Christmas. What I decided to do, I went and picked it up today because he's gotten it stuck before, and there's not a good place to hook a chain onto these tractors. I mean, you could go down there, but you're gonna have to have a clevis or whatever. So I had these D-rings kicking around that I ordered up for this. So I welded those on. I welded on one here. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it. Oop, one right there. And actually, what I did is that front plate. There's bolts that are supposed to go through it. I don't know where they are. So what I did is I just welded up here, and I did the other side too. Hopefully that'll give it a little bit of rigidity. I might try and find a couple bolts to slap in there too. But there's a D-ring on the front too. And then, kind of like I did on mine, mounted a 50 cal can just to put straps and whatnot. I did it on his too. It's kind of in a crappy spot. There wasn't a good spot for it. Kind of covers up the gas sight, which you still might be able to see it. But all I did, just 4 self tappers right through. It's pretty rigid. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. You know, still have good access to the gas cap. But just wanted to make a quick video on this. This thing's a tank. I bought it. It was running kind of crappy. I put some seafoam in it. Didn't really want to bother with a carburetor. Threw some new plugs in it. Changed the oil, and it's been beat hard ever since. And it's held up, surprisingly enough, for what it is. So anyway, I just got done that in time for Christmas. I'm gonna hop back on this thing. Made some mounts for the bucket. These go, which I should show this in a different video, but anyway, these go right through here, and then I'm gonna come up with a way to mount it. So, but that'll be in another video. Yeah, if you're looking to get into mud mowers for really cheap, try and find an old hydrostatic or whatever, or a gear driven with no deck on it. And this goes to show that you don't need a welded diff to go places. You can throw a set of chains on it, or he did pretty good all summer long without the chains on. He just threw his weight around, and he went places that I went, pretty much. And with an adult on it, you know, it's no problem. You can shift your weight around, no problem. But you can pick one of these up cheap and just run them and beat them, and they're very tough. Mine, I've thrashed ever since I got it going, and it just keeps on trucking along. Mine's got a 18 horse Briggs, single cylinder. Welded the diff. I got I think a 4-inch pulley on the transmission and a 5-inch pulley on the crank, or they're the same size. They're both 5-inch. I can't remember. It rips. It does about 30 or so. Well, I shouldn't say 30. I think it does 20 or 30, somewhere around there. It's been a while since I've clocked it, but threw a hood scoop on it. When I'm trucking along, it'll suck air better and cool the motor better. I threw some LEDs on it in the beginning of fall, because once we get snow on the ground, I like to bench around at night. Yeah, it's been a solid machine. Of course, I got suspension front and rear. That's on my channel in a previous video. Go check that out if you want. This thing's a beast. I've jumped it. I should post that video. I made a small jump. Maybe it was 12 inches tall or so, and I jumped it. It was a rough ride, but it took it. Nothing broke, surprisingly. These mowers, for as cheap and as chintzy as they are, they can take a beating. So, anyway, like and subscribe if you want. Get yourself a mud mower, off-road mower, or get out and build something cool for your mower, or build something cool for anything. This channel is not going to be so much based on mowers. You know, between mowers, small engines, vehicles, plows, and what have you. I'm going to try and build a little channel here. Of course, with the help of you guys, I can make this thing grow into something pretty sweet. So, if you feel so kind to like and subscribe, I'll see you in the next video.